Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to Chris Creates the World. Recently, I graduated from university, stopped working, and booked a one-way ticket to Europe. This summer, I'm going to bring you along as we discover new people, places, and food. And hopefully, by living my dream, I can inspire you to create the world you want to live in. On this channel, we do everything from paddleboarding to eating Parisian pastries, and might even go to a music festival or two. Some of the places we are going include Normandy, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Bavaria, and beyond. Come and see the world we're creating today. Good morning, Paris day 2, back at it, leaving the hostel in Porta d'Italia, headed to the Army Museum first. We're gonna run into an old buddy from Australia, hopefully. Well, he's from France, but we met him in Australia. And we'll see what's on the list today. Might go to the Sacre Couer. Gotta find food somewhere. We'll see how it goes. Got to the Army Museum, I visited an old friend, and made some new friends. It's the best part of the museum.
Checking my ticket.
Old joke, nah, but checking out some of the old World War II, World War I stuff. You just saw a lot of the World War I stuff. We're gonna go check out some more of the museum. What's your favorite era?
World War II, definitely. The
First? Ah, très intéressant. Just a quick little note, if you want to walk around the courtyard and stuff, that's free. But to go into the actual exhibits, you have to pay the 14 euros. It looked like there were some renovations going on in the World War II area, so that's why we didn't quite make it up there. It's for with the World War I stuff, but then they have a whole section dedicated to Napoleon era, 3 different Napoleons, so you can kind of see a lot of different history. It was more interesting than I thought it was going to be. They have a whole bunch of military outfits, weaponry, so it's pretty interesting to learn about kind of all that's gone on in Europe in that time, because you know, we learned about a little bit of what goes on over here. I was thinking about like, okay, so this is when America was going through the Civil War. This is what was happening over here, and so it was fascinating to think about, see the different military outfits and stuff, and it used to be a lot more colorful. It was a lot more about flair, kind of this middle ground between medieval flair and ironclad armor and World War II functional weaponry. It was just like this strange middle ground. It was cool to kind of see. And then they have a whole section dedicated to Charles de Gaulle. So that was interesting to see and learn about as well. President of France and through for a while. So that was all really interesting to see. Learned quite a bit there. I could have spent more time there, to be honest, but I am pretty hungry. So I'm gonna go find some food and then we're gonna go underground. Catch you in a bit. All right, stopped at a bakery. We got a baguette, some quiche, and a little chocolate beignets. They asked if I wanted the quiche warm. I said no, I'll just take it. But it's alright, most of you can get by with English. They appreciate the French, so I try. But yeah, they usually speak English and can help you out enough to buy something, so that's good. And to end, a little chocolate treat. Excited. Very sweet. France does desserts right. Alright, took the metro, arrived here at the Catacombs. A bit of a line, see how it goes. Making our way down the Catacombs. It's 15 euros to enter, just so you know. Another security check. Then some stairs. Alright, just a couple quick facts for you guys. The tunnels started as stone quarries for the Roman Empire, and where you enter the exhibit is about 25 meters down and was probably built in the 1500s. And then they forgot about them. I don't know how you forget about that. It's kind of crazy to me.
Then in 1777, they started to cave in. From what I gathered, at that time, they had also had some health issues and an overcrowding issue with the cemetery, and so they started to add to the tunnels.
Definitely a good activity for the summer days, though, because it is definitely cooler down here. It's nice. There's a bit of a strange smell, though. I bet it gets even weirder when you get by the remains. They have different plaques and things talking about all that they have been able to determine from the bones, and a lot of it I think is in the 14th century, 1340-ish, when the Black Plague hit. They were able to determine different things about their diet and living situations, the fact that they were malnutrition as children and they had a heavy workload, all kind of indicators of the Dark Ages and that stuff. So they think a lot of these were Christian remains from the way they were placed in mass graves, and there had to have been like a mass crisis, had to be like the plague, so they kind of assumed most of it's from the plague. So they had early bones here, and then it's something they put some in later, like I talked about earlier, trying to piece it all together. Another one of these is saying that everything's organized, so imagine several meters beyond what you can see. It's just more remains piled up separately. So you have like the long bones, like the femurs and the skulls, but everything else like jawbones and fingers and stuff like that is placed outside of that. Crazy. So there's 2 million people estimated buried under here. Prepared for super low ceilings, by the way. They're low. They have different markers for different battles, where they died defending different things or fighting for different things. This is where they were buried. Sections for each little monument. And up we go into the summer heat. Lucky for you, you get to skip this part. And now we're back at the top, out in the daylight. Kind of nice to be able to breathe a little bit, but it was cool down there. So interesting though, they check your bag on the way out to make sure you didn't take any of the human remains. Now, I don't know if he was being serious or if he was messing with the people in front of me. But he was saying that sometimes people will slowly collect whole skeletons so they can practice their witchcraft with it, which I was like, wow. I mean, I could see it happening. So interesting. Well, we'll see what the day takes us from here. So on the scooters, I went about 6 kilometers. It took me about 40 minutes. That's 10 euros, 10.5 euros. Part of that though, I was walking, so I had to walk through like Saint-Chapelle area. Overall, super fun though. That was not bad. 10 bucks. It was worth the experience. If you want to get to the Sacre Couer, you're gonna have to do some climbing. Let's get stepping. Probably haven't done as much walking as some other people. I heard some people yesterday. Because you know Americans love bragging about their step count. So there's this one family was like, we've done 25,000 today. But my point being, my feet are sore. People that I'm staying with in the hostel, they say the same thing. So you can do a lot of walking, a lot of stairs. I decided to skip out on going inside the Sacre Couer just because we paid a ton in museum fees so far. And I just kind of want to explore. Didn't really want to go in and walk up a bunch of stairs, but it's cool on the outside. It's beautiful, and that's why I wanted to walk around that and see it and keep exploring this part of town. fromage crepe with goat cheese and cheese. And now we moved on to something a little more desserty, the sugar and lemon crepe. The sweetness of the sugar, the sourness of the lemon. It's like candy. Stairs aren't so bad going down. Just near the Sacre Couer area is the Pigalle zone district. I don't know what you call it. The zone where the famous Moulin Rouge is. A couple interesting facts I found out about this place. So after the liberation of Paris in 1944, Allied troops would often be on leave here and nicknamed this area Pigalle for its vibrant nature, we'll say. It wasn't actually until 2016 that prostitution was outlawed. Crazy. What a time. Just some random facts for you that I found out when doing some research on Paris. But there's all kinds of interesting stuff going on around here. Hotspot for sure, tons of restaurants, tons of people taking pictures in front of the Moulin Rouge theater. So, interesting place. There's that. Update, I rented a bike. It goes a lot faster than a scooter. We're gonna try and get around the Arc de Triumph. Okay, I kinda got scared at the first little bit, but then I committed, just went with it. Well, it actually wasn't that bad, but it just had to be, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Anyways, we're heading to a little tribute to America here. We'll see if we can get there before dark. But before that, a quick note on the bikes and the scooters. You can't just drop them anywhere. You have to return them within designated zones. To reach your destination, you'll have to find a place, park it, and walk the last little bit, just so you're aware. Alright, we made it to the Statue of Liberty. We got a little monument. There's a French written plaque on there, but I can't read it, don't know what it says. I assume it's to be like the sister of the other one. It's on President Kennedy Avenue. Interesting there. But yeah, kind of cool. Interesting. I didn't know this was here, so kind of cool. It's on the Seine River, and there's this little island here, and it's in between there, and there's boats going on either side of it. It's an overpass that crosses it. Cars get from one side of the Seine to the other. We're on this little island between those two, underneath the overpass. Little like park, workout area, so kind of cool. People here, they have circles, they're eating picnics and whatnot, so worth checking out. And that's actually where we're gonna end today's vlog as well, here at the Statue de Liberté. This vlog, since we're at the Statue of Liberty, is going to go to one of the most American couples I know, Dennis and Kelly Woodruff. This one is dedicated to you guys. Thank you for supporting me and the channel and your generous, kind offers through all the years. This one goes out to you guys. Thanks for being awesome neighbors. Love you guys. And everyone else watching this, just remember to click the little subscribe button. You know, it's a long way. Just underneath the video, just right here. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means the world to me, and that helps grow the channel, supports me more than you know. We really appreciate you just clicking that little like button there, and you know, hanging out with me throughout the summer, seeing what other videos we got. We're going out to Versailles tomorrow or next week, whatever. I don't know when the video is going to come out, to be honest. And then we're going out to Mont Saint-Michel. We're going out to Normandy. We're going to Luxembourg, Germany. So it's gonna be a fun summer. Make sure you follow along, see all my adventures, catch the tips for when you come here. And if you want to see any of the gear I use, the stuff I'm traveling with, I got Amazon links in the description below, so check those out. And again, hopefully Google Translate helps me out here. But au clair le monde.